Funding for DNews has been provided by the Cal and Lucille Rudman Institute for Entertainment Industry Studies.
Coming up, an unusual senior project, and students go with the flow on this episode of DNews.
Hello and welcome to DNews. There's a lot going on, so let's get started. Drexel held a World Fusion event that included speed dating, but it might not be what you think.
The event was part of Drexel's World Fusion Fest.
It's actually really more of a networking event, not necessarily romantic.
Erica Sebastian, the study abroad advisor who created the event, sets the record straight.
The idea is really to bring together students who've been abroad, whether it be for co-op, study abroad, travel, and students who just really want to go abroad and have them kind of share stories and ideas and get people excited about international topics.
This speed dating event has a few elements of real speed dating.
Give them something to generate conversation, and we'll give them about 2 or 3 minutes to talk to each other, and then they'll switch to talk to someone else.
But instead of talking about their love of romantic walks on the beach, everyone shares their exciting study adventures.
I went to Dublin, Ireland.
I'm going to Florence, Italy.
I want to have an experience in Germany.
I'm studying in the University of Leeds.
The goal of the night is to hear more than just the stories. It's about making connections.
We've created little international business cards, which are little cards that say their name and where they went and how to contact them. So if people find people that they're interested in staying in touch with, they can easily do that with these international business cards.
The main reason I came tonight is just to meet more people, and if anyone else who's wanting to study abroad but has fears about it, maybe I can be a go-to person for them.
I'm hoping to get more people to try and do the Freshman Frontiers program because it is one of the best experiences I've ever had.
Hopefully meet someone who's been abroad or just can give general knowledge about traveling and just being on your own and integrating with a different culture, and just how much they loved it, because I know everyone loves it, and how their experience was and how they can give any advice to me.
Hearing about the study abroad cities can get the travel fire stoked.
Well, the thing I like most about Dublin is that it's a very walkable city. It was also a big city for young people. There's a lot going on. There's a lot of nightlife and activities to do.
And maybe even get plans started.
I haven't been to Italy yet, so that was definitely the main draw, and the program is for my major, design and merchandising. I just am interested in design in Italy, the art, and just the culture and all of that.
I've been taking German classes. I really want to do a German co-op there. And also I want to see if anybody wants to go to China, because China is an awesome place. I'd love to help them.
For more information on going abroad, visit the Study Abroad Office website at www.drexel.edu/studyabroad. For DNews, I'm Kathy White.
Drexel recently welcomed the high-powered CEO of the Agency Group, one of the top talent companies in the world.
Natalia Nasteskin had a revelation at age 9. Soon after, her family moved to the U.S. from Soviet Russia.
When we got here, my cousin, who was 4 years older than me, she turned on the television one day, and I see this creature that is in leopard print pants, black silk shirt opened up to his navel, and his hair out to here, teased up, beautifully blonde and black roots, and it was Rod Stewart, and I was like, what is this? And this must find its way into my future, or I must find my way into whatever this is, because this is pretty extraordinary versus what I was used to. I was like, Mom, Dad, this is what I want to do. And they were like, no way, never, no way, this is not happening.
But it did happen in a big way. She decided being just a lawyer was not enough. So she got into the music business and worked her way up.
The live touring business is going up, and it's really far more exciting for somebody like me that's just a huge music fan. At the very least, I can go to shows every night. If the thing doesn't work out, at least I could see live music every day, every night.
Natalia says she didn't have the traditional skills of a deal maker when she began.
I should note that in addition to not really being an experienced lawyer when I was starting out, I was also painfully shy. Those two things together not a great mix to be able to build a network, but you kind of get over yourself.
She got over herself by
really, like,
constantly
creating
reaching out
a
and attending
transaction,
all
a
the
commercial
events related to
transaction
her
out of-
business.
So I would sit and I would network, and I would get there early for cocktail hour, and I would talk to anybody that I could talk to. And some people were not applicable to my business. You know, they didn't have any of the same, you know, complementary things that they were working on. But more often than not, you wound up walking away with 3 or 4 business cards that then you follow up and, you know, come over for a coffee or for, you know, just an in-office informational meeting, and that's how I did it.
Now, she manages the careers of the Black Keys, Rush, Macklemore and Ryan Lewis, and more. The high-powered CEO loves her music
There were some
and has very
successes.
eclectic taste.
I'm listening to Banks, listening to Ghost Beach, to Arctic Monkeys, to Astor, to Guns N' Roses all the time, because that's my favorite.
Natalia has been running the agency group for almost a year and looks forward to doing it for many more years. For DNews, I'm Gizem Yalın.
Spring Jam brings fun and lots of music to campus, and a fierce competition among bands to see who gets to play.
I'm here at Drexel's Rec Center, where bands are about to battle it out for a chance to play at this year's Spring Jam. Cat's Cradle kicked off the battle. It was their first time performing at a live event.
It was a lot of fun. Even if everything didn't work out exactly the way we wanted to, I think we sounded all right, and we had a lot of fun up there doing it.
What were you guys expecting going into this?
We were expecting to make complete fools out of ourselves.
I mean, I'm wearing leather pants.
I think we did it.
I was gonna say, what's with the costumes? Why'd you do this?
It's kind of an homage to Steel Panther, which is sort of like a parody 80s band.
We figured more parody 80s bands should be out there, especially with leather pants. I'm telling you, these are the most comfortable things you'll ever wear. Go invest in like 3 pair, maybe 4. I got them from a thrift store, but they're rocking my life right now.
Their performance and showy attire caught the crowd's attention.
So what'd you think of these guys? They're quite characters, aren't they?
They're characters, but I mean, they killed it. Mike, Jared, Zach, Rob did a great job. Been practicing for weeks. As self-proclaimed band manager, I couldn't be more proud.
Last year's winners of Cab's Drex Factor came to see if they could win the battle and perform again at this year's Spring Jam.
We are a little bit different since we're a hip-hop act. We're just a duo of rappers, so we want to try to get everybody not sitting down and standing up and coming close to us and putting their hands up, that kind of hip-hop show vibe, and hopefully we'll warm everybody up. It's getting a bit cold.
Unfortunately, due to weather, the remaining bands had to post their sets to Facebook. Fans texted to vote for the winner of the battle. The young took the prize. For DNews, I'm Sloan Spurlock. The run-up to Spring Jam also included a one-of-a-kind carnival.
Before heading to Drexel's Spring Jam concert, a lot of students made a stop at a new Campus Activities Board event, the Drexel Spirit Carnival. The carnival featured concerts, inflatable games, and tons of free prizes.
So we brought together a lot of different organizations on campus, and they're doing booths with activities, music playing, food, just as like a pump up for the carnival, the concert tonight.
In past years, the Spring Jam concert and carnival were the same event at the same time. This year, however, Cab made the decision to split the two up.
We wanted to really focus the carnival as a separate event, so it would be more of like a fun day-long thing. People could come and go as they please, and we wanted it to be a lot bigger this year.
With the additional time and space for the carnival, Cab was able to provide a lot more entertainment.
Right now, the winner of Drex Factor is performing. Radical Something just did an acoustic set. We have the Battle of the Bands winner performed. We also have the Wrecking Ball over there, and jousting, and a lot of free food.
And students seemed to love it.
The carnival's great. I mean, I love the band had all the masks on. They were doing the drum line and stuff, and the other guys doing Green Day and stuff. It was really great.
The weather also played a role. A sudden rainstorm moved the party indoors.
Yeah, unfortunately, we were supposed to do it on Lancaster Walk, but obviously I think moving it in here was good because it's pouring outside, so I think that helps with keeping people here too because we're dry.
After all the free food, fun games, and great entertainment, Drexel students were pumped and ready to go on to Spring Jam that evening. For DNews, I'm Daniel Swerk.
Drexel has a ton of student organizations. Some, like CAB, are well known. Others fly under the radar, like the esoteric Flow Arts Collective. With its intriguing and mysterious name, this club started with a group of like-minded people.
We wanted a way where we can meet more people in the flow arts community and share skills with them, and we figured why not make a Drexel club out of it.
This club uses the term "go with the flow" in a completely different way.
Flow is a general term that has to do with a state of mind. Psychologists came up with the term about, 60 years ago.
They've incorporated the concept into a dance and movement collective with a spiritual twist.
It describes a state of mind in which your ability to concentrate is maximized and you achieve kind of a Zen-like state.
You don't think about eating, you don't think about sleeping, but flow is just something that encompasses everything you learn into a dance.
Flow arts can also include props.
The flow activity is all about discovering yourself with a prop. I started hula hooping in August of 2012, so it's almost been 2 years. But I've recently started picking up poi and staff since the club started.
I did color card in high school, and so I figured I could spin things, why can't I spin a hula hoop?
Poi traditionally is a flexible rope with a handle on one end and a weight on the other. Through the circus arts and through the modern definition of flow arts, it's really expanded a lot to become a much more comprehensive set of skills.
But that's not all.
I've fire spun poi and staff, and I've also done some other wacky things like fire eating.
Some performers say flow arts has changed them significantly.
I was really shy before I started hooping. I never danced in public, I never sang in public, and hooping's really helped me break out of my shell and become more social and just not give a care what people think about me.
So I definitely think it helped me with my cognitive abilities and being able to get spatial awareness on both sides of me instead of just my dominant side.
And the confidence that it builds in you allows you to not worry about a social setting like that where people are watching you.
And they hope the good vibes keep flowing.
I hope that this club will continue doing what it's doing, but become more established.
In the future, we hope with the funding that the members will be able to take the flow arts and go to retreats and meet professional teachers and new people and learn new things out of that.
Be on the lookout for the Flow Arts Club performances in the future, or check out their Facebook page. For DNews, I'm Kathy White. Changing gears now. With an alarming rise of sexual assaults on college campuses, Drexel has taken action, with a way to help women learn how to avoid trouble.
Listen up, ladies, because we're talking self-defense. According to the Rape, Abuse, and Incest National Network, statistics show that 1 out of 6 American women has been the victim of sexual assault. To help protect themselves, Drexel offers the RAD Rape Aggression Defense Program right on campus.
The RAD program is a program that we teach women and empower them to protect themselves in any kind of situation, to be safe and get away from any kind of attack.
With the increase in awareness of sexual assaults on women, the program is more important than ever. The program is offered to any female, student or non-student, and may help in a difficult situation.
I just feel that all women should have this class because it teaches you something, whether it teaches you to have a voice, it teaches you how to protect yourself in the dark during daylight hours, it teaches you getting to your car, getting into your home, going to work, how to handle situations if you're in an uncomfortable situation, whether you're with friends at a bar, at a party, with a one-on-one significant other. It just teaches you how to stop or walk away.
Instructors were reluctant to show us any self-defense moves for our story, but promised to show students who sign up. They've even taken the class themselves.
I felt more empowered. I felt confidence to be able to go out at night. I work on the weekends early in the mornings, and I wait for a bus in the dark. So things like that, they give you tools in this program to be able, if you ever were attacked, to get away and survive.
For more information about the RAD Rape Aggression Defense Program, go online to drexel.edu into public safety, crime prevention, and awareness. For DNews, I'm Sloan Spurlock.
A recent Drexel grad is dishing out some tasty treats on campus. Check out Mac Mart.
Former Drexel fashion and design major Marty Lieberman thought she had her whole life figured out.
Before I opened Mac Mart, I went to Drexel and I graduated in 2011, I think. I'm still waiting for my diploma. But I then went to work I got a job immediately after graduating at Saks Fifth Avenue, which is kind of like my dream job. I was supposed to be a buyer there, but instead I was just a sales rep on the floor.
But when her job didn't live up to the hype, what's a Philly fashionista to do? How about creating the Mac Mart food cart, Philadelphia's first and only mac and cheese food truck? Her inspiration came long before she left Drexel.
It was something that I had actually made for all my friends and family at my college grad party. And I had never made it prior, but like everyone really liked the recipe that I had come up with. And when I was gonna go into business for myself and wanted to be my own boss, I wanted to do a concept that hadn't been done in Philadelphia. I didn't want to do another sandwich truck, another taco truck, something that had been done. So I figured, who doesn't like mac and cheese with fat kid toppings or something?
Now, Mac Mart's gooey creations have become popular, and the cart has appeared on several top food truck lists. But getting started wasn't easy.
A lot of banks won't want to give some college student a bunch of money for a truck, but it's more so learning everything without someone teaching you. I mean, I'm still learning today, so it's more so kind of getting the hang of things and getting situated with your day-to-day.
And those day-to-days can be long.
Make sure that you're passionate about it, because I work about a minimum of 12-hour day sometimes, 13 hours during food festivals is a 17-hour day. And even though it's hard work and it's tiring, it's really worth it. But if you weren't passionate about it, it would kill you. You would hate it.
But it would be hard to hate some of Mac Mart's decadent dishes, like the Cowboy Cup and the Barbecue Bacon Bowl. People love this stuff.
It's really nice when people will invite us to cater their weddings or their child's first birthday. I mean, really big life events, or just the posts that people write on Facebook and Twitter, and people schedule their day around finding us. And I think it's really nice to get the feedback from people that, you know, we make their day a little bit better.
So what's down the road for this fine food cart?
I'd like to somehow free ship my stuff around the country, maybe do an online kind of gift service where people can go on and order whatever kind of mac they want and get it shipped for gifts. But I think I'm going to stick with only one truck. It's enough work for just one.
For DNews, I'm Gian White.
Speaking of tasty treats, who doesn't love a grilled cheese sandwich? A creamery at Reading Terminal is grilling up some cheesy delights.
If you think you can't love cheese more than you already do, stop by Valley Shepherd Creamery in Reading Terminal Market and think again. I know it might sound cheesy, but this place will knock your socks off and leave your taste buds singing.
So our farm was started about 10 years ago. My boss bought a little property, a little farm in northern New Jersey where he lives. Bought a couple of cows and a couple of sheep and started making pretty small amounts of cheese. And then a few years later, after he realized how much he loved it, he bought a slightly larger farm, about 120 acres, and bought some really great milking sheep from France.
5 years ago, the first Valley Shepherd store opened in Brooklyn. The Reading Terminal Cheesery was next in 2012. You may be surprised at their most popular cheese.
We make a really sharp aged cheddar. It's probably our single best seller. It's the most popular cheese in the world. And we do a Basque-style sheep's milk cheese called Old Wick Shepherd. And it's still pretty uncommon to see aged sheep's milk cheeses being made in the U.S.
Speaking of sheep, their grilled cheese sandwiches aren't bad.
Probably the best seller is it's called the Avenue D Classic. Avenue D is the lane that we're on here in the market. And it's just a blend of 3 of the cheeses that we do. But we make a sandwich called Valley Thunder, which is named for the sharp cheddar, and it has the sharp cheddar, macaroni and cheese, and brisket on the sandwich. That might be the best seller. That's the one that people come back for most often.
And if you're looking for a lambskin, and who isn't, this is the place.
These are from the farm. We get them processed once a year.
The creamery also features Dolce de Leche, made with ingredients from a farm in Vermont. Just when I thought it couldn't get any better, they let me taste their homemade ice cream sandwiches. If you're in Center City, don't miss Valley Shepherd's Dairy Delights. For DNews, I'm Annette O'Malley.
And finally tonight, Drexel student Laura Brown took an unusual approach to her senior project. She recorded her own CD.
She calls the album Drop Me a Line. Laura performed songs from the CD recently at World Cafe Live and spoke about making the album.
I started playing piano when I was 4. My dad plays piano, so it was kind of like we had to play, me and my sister. So it really helped having somebody in mind who could, you know, do it for, like, do the engineering, since I don't really know Pro Tools that well. And then I was really lucky that he had musicians that could help out with the album and like put parts that, because I only play piano, so of course I needed other instruments, and you know, he was able to hook me up with a lot of really good musicians, so it was a lot of luck too. But overall it was really fun, and it's something that I've always wanted to do, so I feel like kind of relieved that I've like reached this goal.
And when she says she always wanted to do it, she means it.
I've been writing music, I don't even know, I think the first song I wrote was like when I was 6. I've always really liked writing music, especially on the piano.
As a singer-songwriter, Laura likes lyrics with meaning and a driving beat.
I think it's really important for people to be able to hear the lyrics as well as the music. I want people to take me seriously. I want people to see that I'm a genuine person, and like these are problems that I have but can relate to other people as well.
She rocked the house at World Cafe Live.
I thought the concert was amazing. I've seen Laura play so many times by herself, but actually seeing the full band come together like really made me love her music so much more.
I thought it was really, really good. I haven't seen Laura perform live before, and she was incredible. I got chills just watching her. So good.
You just finished your first concert as a headliner. How do you feel?
Really excited. Overall, I feel a little overwhelmed because of how many people came, which is awesome.
Yeah. And how did you feel playing your songs in front of people and having them realize, you know, what kind of a talent you are and having them appreciate your music a lot?
You know, my songs mean a lot. Their music is like such a big part of my life, and it just makes me feel really happy that they are the turnout is so positive,
right,
and people you know, they like and they can relate to the things that I'm singing, so that makes me feel really good.
What is next for Laura Brown?
Actually, I want to do an EP after this. Yeah, I have some new material. Kind of want to go a little bit more a little more electronic, just a little bit, just more like catchy. I want to try to, you know, just make like a little music video, and hopefully that can happen in the next, I don't know, over the summer. I hope so, that could happen. So, and maybe even do like a little music video for Drop Me a Line too.
Great. Well, thank you for this interview. It was wonderful talking to you.
Thank you.
You heard it here first, folks. Laura Brown has a lot of plans coming up, and she hopes to release a music video soon. For DNews, I'm Joe Uhas.
That's a wrap for this episode of DNews. And sadly, that's a wrap for me as a host. I'd like to take a few minutes to thank Chelsea O'Rourke, Stephen Bacchius, Jeff Centric, everyone I've worked with at DNews. And I'd especially like to thank Dave Culver, and especially Marty Zide, for being so supportive and giving me the opportunity to host DNews for the past 2.5 years. I'm Celine Spurlock, and thanks for watching.
The production of DNews has been made possible with the generous support of the Cal and Lucille Redmond Institute for Entertainment Industry Studies, the Office of University Communications, and the Antoinette Westphal College of Media Arts and Design.